kind of fun. Hooty hoot, everybody. Oops. It's pretty good music, I think. Okay. Ooh. Thought I lost you guys for a minute there. Well, a hooty hoot, y'all. Excuse me. Let's see if I can make the can. Score! All right. What'd y'all think of that? I thought it was pretty cool. I was like, I've heard that song. I downloaded it. It's one of the free songs. It's okay to do that. So I have not broke the law, just so y'all know. Got my Mountain Dew. Kind of waiting for people to come in before I start. I put this in the freezer so it's like slush. So good. Slushy stuff is good. All right. All righty then. Well, I guess before I really get started, let me get situated here. Whoa. Let me do this. Okay. All right. First. Okay, so sometimes I just like to get a word of encouragement. So I'll pull an angel card. And these are like one word. They're not tarot, not even anything like that. I think tarot is evil. But I think angel cards are okay. So whenever I was pulling it, guess what card I got? And yes, I should do this. I got a study. I need to study more. So I just thought I would share that with you guys. And so, yeah, nobody's in. So I guess I will start my thing. I'm not going to, it's 5 minutes in and no, there we go. Got to put those back. So yeah, those are not tarot cards. Tarot is evil to me. But I think it's okay to get angel cards and, you know, nothing beats the Bible or talking to God yourself. But sometimes it's just kind of fun to shuffle and say, what do I need? I need to study more. So, okay, here's my little list. 2 things. The short of it is excuse me, I've been sniffling all day. See if I can make this one. Score! And no, I'm not going to prove it. Either you believe me or you don't. Okay, so I was looking at the book of Maccabees. Well, first I heard somebody on YouTube. Gosh, I don't even remember who I was listening to. Anyway, they mentioned the book of Maccabees and started talking about Jeremiah. And so I had to go find out. I don't have the actual book, but you can find an online version. And you can find it on YouTube. You know, and like I say, listening to the stuff makes more sense to me. My theme music. It's probably my peeps saying, I'm running late. Let's see. Oh, Cole's still at his Bible study. And that's okay, Cole, if you're late. I don't expect y'all to be here every time. I have a life and miss a lot of stuff online. So I do. Oh, y'all want to see? I just got a Q alert app, so I don't have to go to all those sites to listen to the Q stuff. Okay, I got the free version, but okay. So in the book of Maccabees, and I've been saying for a while, because of the Ron Wyatt stuff, he found the ark and all kinds of stuff. You can see the ark, Noah's Ark, I should say, on Google Maps. You can look up Noah's Ark, and it'll take you to Turkey where it is. That people say, oh, that wasn't it. But yeah, they found petrified poop and rivets and all kinds of stuff that proves that was a boat. And the reason it's bubbled in the middle because the floor's collapsed. So people say they don't know where the Ark of the Covenant is. Well, in the book of Maccabees, it says, and I've been saying that Jeremiah hid it. Hold on. Okay, this is the second book of Maccabees. Hold on, I'm going to have to paste this just because I don't want y'all to misunderstand any of the words I'm saying. Okay, so I'll put it here in the chat. Okay. I am going to talk about tribulation, but Jeremiah told us how it was going to be in the end. I didn't write that down, which I should have, because of course I don't remember where that is. Okay, and here's the let me get back down here. Okay. It is also found in the record that they call him Jeremy in this instead of Jeremiah. Okay. So this will be 2, because I can only put so much in the chat. So, okay. And this is Jeremiah talking to Daniel. And telling them, don't forget the commandments. And, after this, it talks about, don't don't freak out when you see all that gold and everything. Just stay with the Lord, pretty much. Okay. And then, and this is also in the, okay, and this is 2:5. And this is talking about, of course, oh, come on, here we go. Okay, so this is when Jeremiah hid that stuff. He hid it in a cave, which happened to be right underneath where Jesus hung on the cross. I totally believe that because they found evidence, well, out of the blue, before he died, Ron Wyatt, he just bluntly said, there's where the Ark of the Covenant is, and just pointed to this place. And so he had some kid go in there because he's the only one that could fit. And so he got scared when he went in there. But anyway, So they ended up, there was blood, 2,000-year-old blood on this. So they did a test, and you can find this online. They did a test and found there was a mother but no father, meaning that was Jesus' blood. What else could it be? Only his. Only his. And so, that was all by design, because I think whenever back in the day when there was uh oh shoot, sorry, I'm like losing my words. Whenever they had to sprinkle the blood on the altar, they had to do it, and I might have this backwards, but like with this animal blood, sprinkle it with blood. And the other side has never had anything. Well, I'm to tell this. So the earthquake, it made a crack all the way down where the Ark of the Covenant was, I believe. And they, and whenever the earthquake, it had moved the Ark, so his blood landed on the side that no blood had ever touched. It was for him, thing like that. So this is, hey Mario. So um, this is where my proof is that Jeremiah did take the Ark of the Covenant, the tent, and the incense, gosh, the altar of incense, and he did hide it. So I think y'all should go, not right this second, but look up. Wait, I'm spelling it wrong. Okay, look up Ron Wyatt on YouTube, and you can see like all the stuff that he found and everything. It's pretty quite amazing. And I remember like in the early 80s, I think, maybe it was in the late 70s, when Ron Wyatt actually, his documentary was in the movies. And me and my friend went to go see it. And I was like, oh, I don't think that was it, but now since I'm more mature, then I could actually see the evidence and everything. So that's pretty cool. All right, now I can get rid of that one. Okay, on to the tribulation. So, wait a second. So everybody, there's like the people that think they're not going to be here during the tribulation. They're going to jump on a magic carpet with Steppenwolf and go for a ride and be out of here. And so I just wanted to show it where in the Bible it talks about, there's nowhere in the Bible when it mentions tribulation, it says you're going to go through it. It doesn't say you're going to miss it. So I just want to bring up, and I'm going to put them in here so that way you all can see what I'm talking about, starting in Deuteronomy. I'll put where it is first, and then I'll put the verse that's in, because you can only put so many words in the chat. Okay, so there's that. And hopefully this isn't too, oops. There we go. Almost got what I didn't need. Okay. So this all is talking about tribulation, where you're going to be in it, See, that's in Deuteronomy, and it's even talking about in the latter days. That's right now. And speaking of the tribulation stuff, I think we're we're living in tribulation right now, because you can see what everybody on the left is doing. Jesus did say fish out of the right side of the boat for a reason. So, that says a lot in a lot of different ways. Stay to the right. Don't tell your right hand what your left hand's doing. So I don't know. But so yeah, there's just everywhere it mentions tribulation says we're going to go through it, and people don't need to be thinking we're not going to be going through it when we are. That makes me more sad than anything. Living in the end times like we are right now. Do y'all know who Jason A is? He does he'll actually gather news footage of it'll show videos of or news articles of all these birds falling dead from the sky. And I know that's nothing new because what's his name did write that book, The Birds. And that's what happened then. But it's just more more of it is happening right now, because all these dolphins and I think chemtrails have a lot to do with that and stuff. So I don't know. With everything that's happening, I think we are in the tribulation. What do you think, Mario? Do you think we're living in the tribulation? Or start of it anyway? I think the tribulation will be when not Jesus, but when Satan puts his feet on this ground. I was hearing, I'm a huge fan of Steve Quill and Tom Horn, L.A. Marzulli, and all these people. But I don't understand why they think that Satan is going to possess a body. He's going to come himself. And it kind of disturbs me, and I should just let it go. But, every time I hear, and I love L.A. Marzulli, don't get me wrong, but every time I wish he would not mention pre-trib rapture because it ruins it for me every time. I like what he says until he says that, and then it's like I have to be a smart ass and go on there and type some stuff in his thingamajiggy. Okay, now we're up to Samuel 1:10. I hope I'm not boring you to death, Mario. I did. You left. That's okay. You're back. You left me and you came back, Mario. All right. This one, I'm not going to. This will be a two-part because it's kind of long. Okay. Hey, Mama. Mario just left me. Okay, what I'm just posting here is 1 Samuel 10:19. And I'm posting everywhere the word tribulation is. So that's what I am doing. It's good to see you, Mama. This might be, let me see if, oops, whoa. This is part of 10:19 that I'm bringing up here. You're still here, Mario, yay. Okay, so I'm going to kind of take a break right here. And are you still here, Mama? Mama! I don't, and me, I kind of feel cheating because, and I don't think it's divination or anything because I don't look for answers in this or anything. But I pulled an angel card, and, angel cards are nothing like tarot cards. I think tarot is evil. Evil. Angel cards, they just have like a one word, and it's, if I get bored is whenever I'll be like, oh, what do I need today? And I got, which, it's like, I'm not saying this came from God or anything, but I got study, which means I need to study more. and everything. So I just wanted to share that with y'all. It's kind of corny, I know, but in the First Samuel 10:19, so yeah, and I think you only get 250. Wait, I don't know how many words you get in chat. Okay. Girl, you type fast. I have to paste and copy. Yeah. And I think, yeah. I'm in the Bible Gateway. King James Version is the one I'm doing it from. Okay. Now here's this one. And these are all tribulation verses. Okay. Woo, I'm not alone. Did I tell y'all hooty hoot yet? All right. So I'm just doing this so that way people will know and they don't have to go and try and dig it up and everything. By the way, if I come off, it's because oh, okay. Yes, I can totally understand that because mine will do it too. And, there's been a couple of times here that I didn't know if anything was even going to happen going live or anything because my internet Wi-Fi kept going in and out. So I thought, uh-oh. So yeah, and behold, as the life was much set by this day in my eyes, so let my life be set by the eyes of the Lord, and let him deliver me out of all tribulation. And I believe that. I don't fear the living, well, I mean, God is the only one that I fear, in Jesus Christ, and I just don't want to let them down. That's my biggest fear, is letting them down. So I don't know. Girl, I was getting to that. I'm just going down the whole line. Yes. Yes, I have overcome the world. Exactly. Exactly. Because you don't. That's why I don't fear any of this stuff, because Jesus already overcome it and he died for me. Oops. Uh-oh. All right. All righty then. All right, here we go. Revelation 7. Exactly. That's the people that died, go to the end, that was fighting for the Lord all the way to the end. I think I could be like, all right. So in the, I don't know how to turn off the that's okay, Mama. You're quicker at that than me. I should just say, hey, can you just go down the line and do it? But that means I'm lazy if I was to do that. Cole was it last night or the night? Anyway, I said, oh no, I think it was last night. He brought up Paul Harvey and was going to, God Made a Farmer or something like that by Paul Harvey. And so I went and, I wasn't thinking, oh, people are going to leave to watch this or anything like that. And so I put it in the chat and he was like, don't do that because people will leave or something. And all I thought was, Okay, well, you put your website into my chat, and I didn't say anything, you know. I'm that's petty on me, but I thought, okay, whatever. um, yeah, if I were the devil, that's another good one. I've posted that one recently, but it totally describes exact what the devil has done. You know, the four hidden dynasties right there, and if I was the devil, you know, education, the government. Um, there's always one I can't remember, but then religion. And I always can't remember. There's always one that I don't remember. But yeah, if I were the devil and God made a farmer, and yeah, that was pretty interesting. The topic was pretty good, as how many people were on the ark. And I think a lot, because God did say take two of every flesh, and I think that meant all the 6-day creation too. You know, there was had to have been some that didn't um, intermingle with the fallen angels. You know, I don't know. I know Adam and Eve, that is the bloodline of Jesus, and everybody else is of the 6-day creation. All right, move on to the next. Uh-oh. Yikes, what did I do? Uh-oh. What was the last one I put? Okay. I somehow got on a different page, but here is Matthew. From Samuel, and then it jumps to Matthew. Break the family stuff. Yeah, definitely, for sure. We got to get out there and let people know, you know, what the left's agenda is. I don't think anybody, you know, just because we're Christian, don't mean we have to sit there and be quiet and accept what happens. You know, I think so. Oh my gosh. Sorry, it popped over to another page, and arg. Who do you, Richard? There we go. Yet hath he not root in himself, but dureth for a while. Endure that leftist for a while. For when tribulation or persecution ariseth because of the word, and by he is offended. So those people, they're trying to get rid of the Bible in some states, and that is just crazy. You know, I hope people stand up. I know it was like rejected in California, so that's good. Yeah, David Langford, I believe it was him. Him and Steve Quell had a fireside chat and was talking about the rapture wasn't real or whatever. I thought that was great. I really liked that. All right, let's see. Let me go back. Hopefully this won't do it to me again. All right, this is a new video. Okay, I'll have to check that out. I probably am on the same page, because I don't believe anything he said I've ever went, that sounds weird. So, you know, nothing sticks out at all. I like what he has to say, because I haven't, you know, once you hear the truth, it's true. It sets you free, and you know the lies when you hear them. I mean, that sounds, I don't know how it sounds, but, you know, there's the true teaching, and you know then whenever you hear BS, you know it's BS, and it's easy to call people out. And I should not be doing that. I just should not. But I'm not perfect, and you know, hopefully God will help me with that. He will if I ask him to. I believe that. He gives you what's good for you. If I said, Lord, I need to win the lottery, he would, maybe that would be too much for me to handle. And he says, no. I don't play the lottery. That's just an example. All right. I hope this is not boring you guys to death. Something different to do, I guess. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light, and the stars shall fall from the heavens, and the power of the heavens shall be shaken. So do you think that, like, on right now, I could go outside and look and see a ton of stars if it's not cloudy? So do you think if you look up and you just don't see them shining anymore, where did they fall to since there's no gravity? I mean, I'm just curious about that. Hooty hoot, whoever just came in. Welcome, welcome. So, yeah, he not ruin himself that endureth for a while. Tribulation. Exactly. Don't fear the reaper. What you reap, you will sow. Wait, I think that goes the other way around. Wagyu, hello, is this live stream? How about the Swedish metal band? Well, I don't know about the Swedish metal band, but that would be a great subject. Right now we're talking about the tribulation in the Bible. So maybe tomorrow night I'll have an open forum where y'all can bring up subjects and we can talk about it. So Wagyu, woohoo! It's Wagyu. Oh, were they heavy metal? Because the tribulation will definitely be heavy. That's for sure. Okay, moving on to Mark 13. I don't see Luke in here yet, so I wonder if okay, here we go. But in those days after the tribulation. It's the same as Matthew 24. I never heard of it. Black metal. Yep, heavy black metal. Is that like slasher music? I do music once in a while on different stuff and everything. Mama, you're just going too fast for this old lady. Oh my gosh. I need to get a little swig of my Mountain Dew. Hope it's not still slushy. Hi, whoever just came in. Hooty hoot. It is still slushy. But wow, I think it's a record of people coming in to watch. I think 5 is my highest number yet. That's awesome. I guess while y'all are here, you can hit the like and subscribe. Oh, I feel cheesy saying that. All right, there's the one you were talking about. Oh, it's okay, Mama. You can pretty much get away with anything. I, I wasn't allowed to answer on Cole's show last night because he wanted everybody else to get a chance to answer, so I didn't answer anything. But it's okay that you are, because it just shows we're in the same place. All right. So there is nothing in Luke. Wagyu, do you know Jesus? Wagyu, do you know Jesus? Wagyu, hooty hoot, Wagyu. That's a cool name. That's a fun name. Um, why do you get accused of being Jesus? Because you have long hair, or what? I just said, do you know Jesus? Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in faith, and that we must, through much tribulation, into the kingdom of God. So those people thinking they're going to fly away, maybe they're not worthy. Well, my kiddo has long hair, but I don't think he's Jesus, or calling that. I'm giving you a hard time a little bit there. Wagyu. But do you know Jesus? I like, yes, I do too. Psst. Ooh, that tickles. Just tell me what I want to hear. I hate that. I do in any situation for anything. When people tell you what they think you just want to hear instead of being truthful. Oh, a scientist can believe in Jesus. I'm not here to judge anyone. You are welcome in this room, and as long as you're not disrespectful or ugly. To me, anyway, because I get mean. You know, I'm just teasing you. Someone asked me that. No, but we had lunch a couple of times. I think that just went over my head. I'm not catching it. um, okay, for science stuff, oh my gosh, you guys. I was watching this thing about mud fossils. My neighbor is a geologist, so I need to ask him about this. Have y'all heard of mud fossils? Oh, okay. Gotcha. Okay, yeah. I am a blonde. I'm just missing my shoulder pads for saying, I don't know. Oh my gosh. Blonde and gray. Um, with that mug of yours, Cole, you're welcome anytime. uh, Um, I don't think it's ridiculous to take the word of the Bible literal. I believe every word it says. It's just some people don't understand what some of those things mean. But that's okay that you don't take it literal, but I do. And most everybody in here does too. But, you have to find out on your own. Nobody can force you to believe in something that you're not sure of. But yeah, like Wagyu, okay. So in Noah's Ark, God said to take two of every flesh and everything. But yet people leave out that two of every flesh was two of every race that was on the planet. So I can understand, it's just you have to do your own research and really dig into the meat of the Bible. Get it? Meet the Bible. Little plug there for old Cole. There are mud fossils from the angels that walked upon the earth. I know I've been seeing some of it. It's like, okay, for instance, right across the street, it's called Old Man Mountain because different times of the day, it looks like there's a different kind of face in a different spot. But that's like shadowing because whenever I take pictures of it, all you see is rock. But a while back, there was like a picture of this cave that came out. I don't even know how to say this because it's like, never. Okay, so it looked like the Pikachu of a woman. Okay. And that was strange. But it makes you think, and I'm not saying I believe all that, but even right over here, it looks like there's an Indian laying down. But when you're looking at all the mountains and stuff, there's separate mountains. It's not just one long thing, but the way you look at it makes it look like it is, because even driving down the mountain, there's this one corner you get to, and it looks like it's an Indian lady standing there. But once you turn some more, there's like another rock next to it, and it don't look like anything. So, I don't know. Some of that stuff is very strange, and there are some that looks like they were animals. And I've seen a few videos. They're interesting. I'll say that. I don't know. If taking it literal improves your life, then more power to you. But it is a compromisum. I probably said that wrong. Well, no. The Old Testament is Hebrew, and most of the New Testament is in the Greek. And yes, I have a relative that helped translate the book of Luke from the 1866 version or whatever it was. And they put a note in there. They did their best on trying to translate it. But now with more knowledge that we have, you can get the correct translations. Because in the beginning, God created the heaven and earth. And in the Bible, it says, and the earth was void and without form. But that's not what the translation is. It is, now I might be saying this wrong, so forgive me, you guys. It's tuhu vu. Oh gosh. And that means the earth became void and without form. So it's like you really got to dig in and get to the meat of it. And a lot of, 99.9% of churches just keep you on a fourth grade level pretty much. And that's not good. It's fascinating from a historical perspective. Anyway, don't just go on any. No, I mean, I would go look at the Ron Wyatt videos because they're pretty good. You can see Noah's Ark. I don't know if you were in here whenever I was talking about that a while ago. But yeah. All right, let me get to my next. Where was it? Romans 2:9. All right. I think, you're into heavy metal and stuff like that. Um, my One of my favorite heavy metal bands is Metallica, just so you know. I do my best on being a good person, but I'm no angel, as the Allman Brothers said. Greg Allman, I think. All right. And not only so, but we glory in tribulation also, knowing that tribulation worketh patience. So is that saying that with the tribulation we live in, does that mean we need to practice patience? Cole answered that one. The Nature of Man by Derek Prince's good teaching on this. Yes, Wagyu. Check that out. Wagyu. That's a cool name. I like that. Cole, are you listening in your car, driving home, I suppose? All right. Let's see if this will let me put the whole thing in at once. We'll see. Yay, it did. Okay. Woo! Cutting it short there. Um, yeah, there is a lot. I learned a lot from Pastor Arnold Murray. Like 2 weeks of listening to him and, studying with him and stuff. I learned more of my whole life going to church. I believe the only thing that will sustain us in the world during the tribulation. I believe the only thing that will sustain us is the word. Yes. I'm dyslexic, so it takes me a minute, and sometimes I have to read it again. Yes, I think that is true. Because Jesus said to the Samaritan woman, drink from this water and you will thirst no more. The sword of my spirit. You know what I wished I had memorized is the armor of God. It's the helmet of salvation. Oh, I can never remember that. Oh, girl, I can't either. I tell you what, I cannot either. That's sad. And it has nothing to do with my age. Feeling my age today. It's an earthquake. There we go. I wonder where Deanna is. Ooh, I hear something. An airplane flying over. All right, this is 2 Corinthians 1:4. Oh, is that I gotta write that down so that way I can, my pen, there it is. Psalms 91. See, my card says study, and that's what I need to do. I forgot already. Psalms 91. The helmet of salvation, breastplate of righteousness. Well, what's the rest? What's the rest, Mama? I hope I'm not boring you guys to death tonight. It's good to see a new person in here. Wagoo! No. Okay. No, that's all right. Whoa, there we go. So it only lets you put 200 things in. Having your loins girt about the truth and having all place. Amen to that. Man, I would be dead in some ditch a long time ago if I didn't have God and Jesus protecting my dumb ass. I'm a blonde. I told y'all that, right? I make it sound like all blondes are like that, and that is not true. Uh-oh. That was the last one I put. 2 Timothy 1, 8 and 9. Be not thou therefore ashamed of the testimony of our Lord, nor of me his prisoner, but be thou partaker of the afflictions of the gospel according to the power of God. Refutation. The shield of faith. There we go. Oh, yeah, definitely. There's too many preachers out there that want to tickle your ears and keep you at a 4th grade level. And, you know, if you hear the whole truth, you know, the Bible can be very exciting. It's not boring. And, you know, you have to, I get anxious about the stuff that's about to happen, but, you know, I get nervous and I get happy and I'm ready for it. And, you know, I think I'm ready for it anyway. Not what you were looking for, Sonia. No, we were talking about the armor of God, but that's good too. The 2 Timothy 1, 8 and 9. I hate to bounce on you. Didn't mean to mess up your study. That's okay. You're good. And I'm glad that you put the rest in there. I wasn't being a smart aleck when I said, what's the rest? What's the rest? I really wanted you to put it, so you're good. Is the armor of God a Jackie Chan thing? No, but that might be a good one. I could see that, him putting the armor of God on and then kicking some devil butt. Wouldn't that be awesome, you guys? Jackie Chan versus the devil with the armor of God. Oh shoot, now I forgot which one I just put. Sorry. Okay, 7. And I think Mama just put this one, but that's okay. I'm putting them in order that I have them here. And it's all good and nobody's mad, Mama. I would be shallow, but if I would get mad at that, you know. So yeah, we're all going to be here for the tribulation. I still say, you know, I think Mama was right. What's going to sustain us is the word. You know, oh shoot, sorry. There we go. It wasn't letting me do anything. But I think you should be prepared with a little bit of food and water, you know, stuff that will hold 5, you know, Oh, you're bouncing. Bye, Mama. That's what you meant by bouncing. I should have known that. I kind of did, but then I just was thinking you didn't mean it that way. I'm glad you showed up. See you later. Good night. Um, yeah, at least 5 months for each person. And peanut butter and honey, remember, never go bad. Religion is a cultural system. Behavior practices, morals. My theme music. Um, yes, definitely prepare. Um, because there are going to be the butt heads out there that try and rob you. Um, and everything. Deanna's making sourdough bread. Sorry about that, you guys. Um, I don't know what to think about that. I think they're gonna do their damnedest to try and like it's I think it's gonna start going downhill and they're gonna really be showing their colors and you know all of that. I think they're really gonna be showing their colors and hopefully people's eyes will get open though and there won't be so much voter fraud. Wagyu, Meet the Bible says there's, in so many words, he says there's 30,000 people trying to describe the Bible 30,000 different ways, which is true. You just have to kind of do your own research and, you know, don't trust what people say because, you know, people are butt heads. And you gotta, the best way you should do is read the Bible chapter by chapter and verse by verse. And if, like for me, audio books work better because of my disability. Disability! Ooh, I'm dyslexic. Making fun of myself. It kind of is a disability. um, but yeah, so I understand it a little better every time I listen to it. And like I was saying earlier, Pastor Arnold Murray, he's like the best teacher I ever had, because he made it easy to understand. And he don't sugarcoat things. He was a Marine, and he was a tough old cookie. And so, Deanna, there she is. How's the sourdough class? Jesus is God. Yes, indeed. Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. And I think that's who God was talking to whenever he said, it sounds so weird and it can be confusing to people when he said, let's make men in our image. Was it Jesus sitting on the mercy seat? And he said, okay. Yeah, that sorry you guys, Deanna sent me a picture of, she made some sourdough bread with beets in it. And it looks so good. It reminded me of red velvet cake from the color. But okay, let me put the next one up. All right. I hope you all have had a really good day today. Mine started off grumpy, but I got over it quick. I just opened the curtains and looked at the sunshine, and so that we ourselves glory in the churches of God for the patience and faith in all your persecutions and tribulations, that you will endure, or that you endure. The American, hi. Oh, Mama already left. She had to bail on me, but I'm sure she appreciates your hello, Deanna. We've got a new person. His name is Wagyu. I like that name. That's pretty unique. Hugs for everyone. All right, there's just a few more left here. I started out talking about the book of Maccabees, and where it was saying that where Jeremiah hid the Ark of the Covenant and the I can't remember now. The tent, which I think they called that the tabernacle, but the tent, the Ark of the Covenant, and the altar of incense. That's what I started with. And so if you go back like to the beginning, you can see where I posted the verse on that from out of the book of Maccabees. I'm not sure why they didn't make that. From what I've read so far, it goes with the Bible. But you know, there's like they have oh. All right, hold on, I gotta cut some out. Here's the second part of that one. There we go. That's the continuation from Revelation 1:9. I, John. Some people say because John was transfigured, I think that's how you say it, to heaven, that they, some reason, I don't know how they do it, but that's how they get for everybody is going to disappear and go to heaven on their magic carpet with Steppenwolf. I don't know how they do that, but they do. We're talking about tribulation. This one will be a little shorter. Here comes Revelation 2:9. This one is kind of interesting here. Yeah, I hope all of you guys are having a great day. I think Cole always has a good day going into the prisons and preaching to those guys and leading them to the Lord. That's pretty awesome stuff. Okay, I know thy works. Cole, this is for you. God knows your works. You're going into the prisons, preaching the word and helping, leading people to the Lord. That's pretty awesome. You know, I don't know if y'all know, but your works is what weaves your robe. Okay. I know thy works and tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. And I know the blasphemy of them who say they are Jews. They are not, but are the synagogue of Satan. Would that be Kenites as well? Oh, speaking of that, Cole, thanks for that. Last night, whenever you put where it said the Kenites are in the Bible, that was pretty awesome because I've struggled trying to find that. Okay, so here's the one I just read. And hit that bell. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah, you have to, Wagyu, you have to be positive about the Bible, doom and gloom like people make it out to be. And I suggest, Wagyu, that you go and check out Meet the Bible's channel. That's Cole there. And, you know, he's a big old biker looking dude. Big old 6'3" biker. His old stuff has he's got a braided beard. I'm telling on you, Cole. Oh, that one went over. Hold on, let's see. Do that. I gotta cut this one in half because it's just too long. All right, here's the second half. Okay. Cole or Wagyu, out of interest, what do you believe the ancient Egyptians believed in? They were misguided, completely wrong. Just um. Well, what I think is the ones with the elongated skulls were part. They were like the offspring of fallen angels. I'm not sure. Yeah, I don't know. Every other, Adam and Eve, that is the bloodline of Jesus Christ. That's his bloodline. Everybody else is of the 6-day creation. That's where all the races came from. And as Cole said last night, the Bible says that God said that is very good. And that's the only place that he said very good. Um, yeah, they were misguided. Like the fallen angel, the people of Greece, whoever had Zeus or whatever, that's who they decided was Zeus, was that fallen angel. They thought that was God. So, they're going to let them think anything they want them to think. And, that's where the giants came from, was the offspring of the fallen angel and the woman. Yeah, it's kind of weird stuff. I have an open mind about it. I learn something new all the time. And, like we were just talking about mud fossils. you know it's very strange, but some of it makes you wonder. um I think the ancient Egypts, they worshiped the sun is what they did, but I don't know for sure. What if Adam and Eve are Isis, and they're not? But if you go into the Catholic places, on the statues of Mary holding Jesus, if you look at the little plaque at the bottom, it says Isis. So they just replaced one god with another. And, you know, what is, I don't remember what number it is, but in the commandments, thou shalt not put other idols before me, or gods or whatever. There was actually, Wagyu, um, go to A Rude Awakening, and he explains Isis and Marduk and all of that really, really good. I mean, it's like it's all in the Bible, but you never notice it until it gets pointed out to you. There's Marduk, Tamu, um, all, yeah, all of that is actually in the Bible. Um, Evolution does not exist, dude. I'm sorry to break it to you. And you being a scientist that you say, okay, answer this. If evolution exists, you would see the stages of it happening all the time, different stages everywhere. So, evolution, that is a joke to me. I'm not trying to offend you or anyone else, but that's a joke because it's not been proven anywhere, not one place. Yep, the bloodline of Jesus. Okay, let me get to the next one here. If that's what you want to believe, Wagyu, you are welcome to it, but you cannot convince me without one single shred of evidence that evolution exists. Because it's like whenever you see fossils of fish, guess what? They still look exactly like the fish do today. So, okay, you can believe that if you want, but I don't. And there's no way you can convince me of that. To me, it's a joke. And, I'm not trying to be mean to you or anything like that. There's just not a shred of evidence whatsoever. Men still look like men. The old footprints that they found in stone still look like a human's footprint. So you can't tell me something like that. What about what about them? A crocodile still looks like a crocodile, and dinosaurs are extinct. Uh, no, I don't think is a troll. He's being pretty respectful here, so don't you know? Now, if I Neanderthals, because they do you watch WWE? Do you know who Triple H is? He's got that exact same forehead. In fact, I call him the caveman because he looks so much like that. That sounds funny, but ask anybody I know. Okay, here is behold, I will cast her into a bed, and them that commit adultery with her into a great tribulation, except they repent of their deeds. Uh, Wagyu, I don't think you're a troll. Yeah, and you would absolutely love Pastor Arnold Murray because um, he talks about the earth being millions of years old and stuff. So I should suggest you try and look up the Shepherd's Chapel with Pastor Arnold Murray, and he's got a lot of good stuff. Apes are a local maxima. Yeah, there's just not any proof that an ape, and there's no missing link. Apes are apes and men are men. I'm made out of dirt. Some people think they're made out of sludge, but I'm made out of dirt. I just, I'm not going to convince you of anything. You're going to have to it's got to burn in your heart to want to know. And just for me, nothing about evolution makes sense. I mean, especially when there's no proof of it anywhere. From the first Earth age, when there were horses, I think they were a lot smaller than they are now, and they've gotten bigger. You know, um, yeah. I think you should go check out Pastor Arnold Murray because he might make it sound easier than I'm making it sound. Half the time, I probably don't make sense. Yep, there are Shetland ponies today. I think that is what the size of all horses used to be in the first Earth age, like in prehistoric times when there was all that stuff. Um, so yeah, and with the way men of, pollution and stuff, I do believe in global warming. It's going to happen any week now because spring is coming. Okay, so yeah, just Pastor Murray is just different than anybody you've ever heard. There's a lot of great ones out there, but he's just, that's where I learned. Um, Humans bred the largest ones together. No, whenever the second earth age, what we're living in now, when God created all the animals, he just created them a different size into what they are now. Nobody bred them into anything. And, and I don't, there's been no proof. No one's been able to prove to me at all how a wolf turns into a pug. There's, that just don't make sense to me. I just don't get it. And that's okay. I don't have to get it. Blah, ha, ha. Yep. Definitely spring, summer will be warm. Yep. um, okay. It's not a religion. It's faith. Cole, I like to say it's not a religion. It's a reality. Uh, there was, it's a scientist thing. Henry Gruber, that is an amazing story right there. He was given a lecture in front of, NASA. There was people from NASA there, and the stuff he was describing, the people came up and was like, just couldn't believe. The only way they've ever been able to see any colors like that out in that space was through special filters on the telescopes and stuff. But Henry Gruver, that's another one that you need to go see. Wagyu. Because I'm psychic. Wagyu. I'm a psychic. I was just picturing a pug. Honestly, that's why I said pug. I think everybody is a little psychic. You have that sixth sense. But I can freak people out too, so. Which I have done. I mean, I'll just tell this to Wagyu because everybody else has already heard it. And it's a short story of being a psychic. So I'm walking home from school, coming to the house, and my mom hangs up the phone. I mean, I was walking in the door and, she was over here in the kitchen. So it's not like I walked in the door and heard her talking to anyone. She hung up the phone and turned and said, "Guess who I was talking to?" And I said, "Cecil Juanita." And it freaked her out because I was right. And it wasn't very often that we would get a call from Cecil Juanita. So that's that's just one of my stories. Okay. Here's the last one. I'm going to have to cut it in half because it's a long one. Okay, let me get the other half in there real fast. Real fast. Oops, whoa. Oh, I think I could have put the whole thing. Okay, 7:14. And I said unto them, Sir, thou knowest. And he said to me, These are which came out of the great tribulation. So that is obviously John. The angel was asking him, what are these things, or something like that. I don't know the Bible by heart. As much as I've read it, you would think I would, but like Jack Van Impe. I used to watch, but just the stuff he would say, he's got the Bible memorized, but he doesn't know jack about. Sounds mean and harsh, but just because someone has the Bible memorized, don't mean they know about it, because he would say off the wall stuff. And I love his excitement about Jesus, but I can't watch that anymore. I mean, I haven't in a really long time, because I would just see inconsistency with what the Bible says or its meaning from what I understand. So, like I was telling y'all, once you hear the truth, the false stuff when it comes out. Out of great tribulation, and I have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. And that's what my mama put up earlier. She was like way ahead of me on putting this stuff in there. And she thought I was upset about it, but I wasn't. I was just like, you're ahead of me. Slow down there. I guess I could have just had her put them in there. That would have been a lot faster, and I could have just been yapping. Oh, we're down to 2. And I think that is it for my tribulation stuff in there. Good grief, almost an hour and a half. So yeah. So my point of all this was, people that believe in the rapture, Steppenwolf, they're going to go on a little magic carpet ride. They think they're going to miss the tribulation, but there's not one place out of all those places that I just put right there. There's not one place that says that you're not going to go through it. So I don't understand why they think they have a free pass, because everybody, even you, Wagyu, will have to make a choice. Are you going to choose Satan or Jesus? And that's like even with atheists, anybody to make a choice. And so I would just, suggest to you, Wagyu, to just search it out for yourself. And, if you really want to know if the Bible is true and you want Jesus to come into your heart, then you talk to God one-on-one and ask him to let you know if it's for real. And there's I'm not going to give away my secrets or anything, but there's ways that God will answer me that I know if it's a yes or no. And so that's between me and him. And I will, like, for instance, Kim Clements, a supposed prophet, I would be like, you want to believe that stuff they say. You really, I really want to believe it half the time, but it's like, God, that just does not sound like something God would say, And so I'll be like, Lord, did that really come from you? Is that what you were meaning? And I would get my yes or no. And usually, well, I'm not going to say what usually, because there's not a usual and stuff. So let me see if I can make it in the can. Woohoo! Score again for 3. I just have it set up in the perfect spot where I know I'll make it every time. Neither exists, but Satan has better music. You can't believe in one without believing in the other. Appreciate it for Mr. Oh yeah, I don't want to come across like that ever. I probably have been preachy if you've ever listened to my rapture videos, but you got, I had to do my own research and look for myself, I mean, I've always been a church. I've been to, different kind of churches where, you know, where they would speak in tongues and you have to wear a head thing. And, that would make me laugh. It was just weird. And they said, you got to learn to speak in tongues. And then I thought, that just don't sound right. And no, you don't learn to speak in tongues. If it's God speaking through you, let him speak through you. It's not a learned thing. I know I don't believe in either. It was tongue in cheek from my coach. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that you came and listened, and I don't think you're a troll. And, it's like a lot of it because there's like crappy preachers out there that are only trying to make a buck. They don't care if you know the truth or not, and that's like, I hate that. Cole at Meet the Bible, he's on every Monday. Is like at this time when I started, like an hour and a half ago. I'm not sure where you are. I'm in the Rockies, so it's like going on. What time is it? 7:30 right now. So 6 o'clock Mondays, and go check it out. He's pretty good, and we're Team Jesus, so we're all Team Jesus, and in the end, it's got to be, everybody's got to be on the same page. Living in the end times. I mean, it's kind of scary because I was. Have y'all watched Jason A videos? Let me put it in here so y'all will know who I'm talking about. He puts out some really good videos. Switzerland. Holy crap. Deanna, tell Wagyu what your temperature is where you are. It's 31 here. Oops. Nye. So Wagyu, Deanna, is -2 degrees. Oh, burr. Fahrenheit. Cole, what's your temperature, dude? Switzerland. Switzerland, I want some Swedish meatballs. That was terrible, wasn't it? It's 15 in the Sierra Nevada mountains over the American. Woo! So Wagyu, you're at 35. So you're just, a little bit warmer than me. This is kind of jumping off the subject, you guys, but speaking of Switzerland, so you can go on YouTube and hop on a live train and take a ride on the train with the cab eye view. That's kind of cool. So I suggest everybody at least do that once. They have them all over YouTube from all over the country. I think there's even one at the Royal Gorge. So that's pretty cool. But yeah, if you ever want to just not leave your house, but you gotta go somewhere, go on YouTube, hop on a train, and take a train ride through Switzerland. Awesome. Whoa, I'm at 7,000 feet. And then the mountain right out here, the one if you're not on MeWe, go on MeWe. So Wagyu is about 1,500 feet up altitude, and I'm at 7,000, a little over 7,000 feet. And then Long's Peak out here is 14,000 feet. Man, that would be a, whew. Yeah, Colorado. You guessed it. Good job, man. Oh, whoa. Yeah, Denver. Y'all, you know what I just heard? This is so good. Okay, the airport at the Denver airport, they put in a gargoyle that says, "Welcome to the headquarters of the Illuminati." And then it says, Denver International Airport or something like that. That is crazy. Crazy. I thought, man, I want to go to the airport just to see if it's really there. But there's a toll, so I don't want to pay the toll on that for anything. But do you guys have any questions, or do you want me to pull another card? Okay. I'm going to pull a card for Wagyu. Is that okay? Wagyu, Wagyu. And like I said, these are not tarot cards. I think tarot cards are evil. And these only have one word on them, and mine was study. So that means I need to me, I think it's saying I need to study a little more. Okay, Wagyu, I'm going to pull a card just for you. And then you can tell me if it makes any kind of sense. I have a workmate who moved there from San Francisco. He shovels his driveway. Well, I think it depends. I just had some deep snow, but it's pretty melted. We don't get that much. We get snow more in the spring. Will you go and see if it's at the airport? You know what? I might have to do that and videotape it. That would be funny. I should do it. Okay. All right, Wagyu, here's your card. Whoa. Here. One of these two. I got to shuffle and I can't look. Okay. It's this one right here. You'll see it before me. Well, okay. Nature. So I'm guessing it means you need to get into the nature. Mama, you're back. You had just left when Deanna came in and she said, "Hi, Mama." And I had to tell her that you left. So I'm glad you're back. So, Wagyu, nature. Are you into nature or want to get in nature? No, I was just pulling a angel card for Wagyu. This is a little fun time now since I did my you say all right. So does nature mean anything to you? I'm guessing that it's either, and I'm just guessing, it might mean nothing to you. This is just my guess that it's meaning you want to get out in nature and you want to go camping, huh? If nature is biology, then sure, not sure how. This is not tarot. These are not tarot cards. Tarot is evil. These are angel cards. And, I don't use it for, I don't use them for anything but for fun. I don't think it's, what is it then? Angel cards? Like mine that I got said study. It's just like encouraging words. No, it really doesn't mean anything to me. It's just kind of a fun. What kind of angels? Like archangels. Um, Sometimes, like the book will say Archangel Michael. You know, I think someone just got. I can't remember who made these. Would get inspired by like Bible verses and stuff like that, and make the cards. But I don't like use them for any kind of tool, or nothing like that. Um, I would be like for instance, I could do. I'll shuffle them again for what I need. And like I said, I don't. This is not tarot cards. I think tarot is evil. There's a lot of, and these are just uplifting words, or it might mean okay, hold on. Ones with 6 wings and hundreds of eyes. Yes, I believe so, Mama. Um, when you say hundreds of eyes, I think of a song, which is not appropriate. Um, 6 wings and hundreds. I think that when you say that, Wagyu, I think that you're thinking, what I'm picturing in that is um, when Ezekiel, when God was on his UFO thing, it kind of described the windows with the hundreds of, I think it said hundreds of eyes, but everybody could see and all of that. Um, doesn't that describe one of the classes of angels? I think the seraphim is what that is. I have a book on angels, but I don't have it in here. It's in storage. I don't have very much space here. Um, oh, holy, holy, holy. Yes. And the reason that those are beasts is because they have no free will. They just stand there and guard. So they're like not like Satan. He was a cherub. He was like the head cherub, guarding the mercy seat, and got jealous. Okay, let me pull this card. I just do that kind of for fun, not for any like, just for fun. I don't go to the cards to get my answers. I go to the Bible. Um, yeah, yeah, Mama. I will be anxious to see what you know all those creatures look like. Okay. Oh, let's see. Let me do one more shuffle. Um, Watch me get steady again. Oh, here it is. The thing didn't come out. Abundance, which I have no. I have abundance of friends, and maybe I should have abundance of study time. But like I said, these don't mean, really, they don't mean anything to me. I go with what the Bible says, and with that study stuff, this is just kind of for fun. I mean, I've got virtue cards too, and that's like, there's like a lot of virtues, dude. So it's just kind of fun to pull one once in a while and see what it says. Oh no, I was just doing that for him. Not that he asked me to, but yeah. I had um a friend. Oh, it was her anniversary. Her and her husband got into a fight. It was horrible. She was crying in my house, and I'm like, and I just had the virtue cards, and so I'm like, because I did not know what to do for her, and I said, well, pull a card. So she started just to look for. I said, you can't look, just pull one, and the card was forgiveness. So that was kind of neat. That was something she needed, I guess. And then right after that, like maybe 5 minutes after she pulled that forgiveness card, her husband called to ask for forgiveness for being such a butthead. I had to go pick her up because she was walking. This was not a good anniversary. Was it her first or second year? They're not together anymore. I want some cards that are Proverbs 31 on one side and Medea on the other. Hello! Yeah, that's one gun toting grandma. I love Medea. She is like one of my favorite people. In fact, let me show you this. I just got to make sure the number is hidden because if I didn't show it, you probably would not believe me. Um, ARG. Okay, hold on. Please let it still be there. Oops. What the heck? Oh, I want the pitch. Okay, there we go. I got to cover up the. Hold on. Okay, you ready for the Medea? Oh, Medea. Hold on, that's got numbers on it. This is for my girl that calls. Lord, please give me patience. Because if you give me strength, I may just beat a bitch to death. I love Medea. Tyler Perry is awesome. He is funny. Gish looking. He's a Brussels Griffin. That's Mr. Malone. We thought he was part pug because we adopted him from the Humane Society. And we thought he was part pug and part poodle or something. And then come to find out, we found out he was a Brussels Griffin 100%. So I thought that was pretty cool. Those are expensive dogs. Um, yeah, he's like a ham. He survived distemper, so he's constantly, even in his sleep, his little paws are doing this. It's so cute. But I don't think he even knows anything is wrong at all. Um, I should, Deanna, is it okay if I show the picture of your sourdough bread? Y'all got to see this. It was really cool, but I got to make sure it's okay first. Let me get to it and make sure everything else is hidden. Yeah, here we go. Okay. And shoot, there we go. Try to cover everything. Like that sourdough bread with beets in it. Isn't that cool? You're late, Deanna. Sorry. um, I love beets. If there's some good sweet ones, oh man, I could sit there and probably eat them all day long. That would be really good. Good, good, good. Um, yeah, so Deanna, answer this question, Deanna. So did you like just put beet juice in there, or was it like ground up beets? Or please share. I want to hear that. I'm being quiet because I'm just waiting for Deanna to answer. Maybe she don't want to. But that was like really neat. I've never seen anything like that. And it looks really good. I like good sourdough bread. What's your favorite kind of food over there in Switzerland, Wagyu? Oh, roasted then purees. Ooh, man. I bet that is tasty good, or was tasty good. Wagyu, did we lose you? Oh, there you are. For traditional Swiss food, I guess cheese fondue. Ooh, that's so good. I can picture it now, putting the whatever on your fork and dipping it in the cheese. And oh man, I love good sharp cheddar. Although it's pancakes every day. Pancakes are good. Do you like McDonald's and make your McGriddle? You get your pancakes, a good piece of sausage, and piece of cheese on there, another pancake, and you have a good sandwich right there. So good. Which is where you're stuffed yourself with pancakes before Lent. Okay, Deanna, be right back. I'm not Catholic, so those are, I would suggest to you, Wagyu, go watch. Let me see if I can look it up. Those are all like traditions of men. I was talking about that the other day in a video of traditions of men, which, I'm guilty of too. Um, Let me look this up because you should watch this video. And I have Catholic friends, but I do not care for that religion, to put it nicely. Because of just, oh, hi. Oh, somebody don't like talking about Catholics. And that's okay. Um, there's just not just Catholics. Every church has their traditions, which is wrong. Um, but I would suggest if you get time, um, try to watch this video. I want to put the right one in there. Erg. It's one about Revelation. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm going to have to find that. Oh gosh, the list is too long. I can't find it. But I would go. It's Doug Batchelor and Revelation. I mean, it's an interesting little video, But like I said, I'm guilty of traditions of men too. Um, and being christened, you know, whenever the two malefactors were on each side of Jesus, neither one of them were baptized. The one that did get to go to heaven. So, well, Wagyu, I'm a mutt myself, so you know, I can't judge. It's, right. And right now, I think most of the UK is all Muslim right now, aren't they? Sadly. Ooh, you're baking the bread tomorrow. Make sure you send me a picture of it when it's done, okay? Maybe you can freeze a piece for me for whenever I finally show up at your house, Deanna. I'm teasing. Um, I'll just say make some more and we can have it fresh. Um, yeah, I don't know. It would be neat to go to Switzerland, but there's a lot of places here I've not seen yet. I'm glad you came into my live stream, Wagyu. It's always nice to meet new people. Always fun. And I always talk about something different. So, maybe tomorrow I'll talk about music. I never know until the day, what I'm going to do. I was actually prepared for this. I made my list last night because if it hits me, then I have to write it down or else I'll forget. I have the impression religions. Maybe. People are like, when I look at some people, honestly, going, they look like robots and just in their, everybody has a routine, but it's like seeing people with cell phones. I could stand there and just get bumped into. Um, like Joel Osteen has um, a mega church, I guess is what you call it. And, he'll talk about Jesus and stuff and claim to be a church, but he's a motivational speaker. And that could get you in trouble. I want people to be into the word and teach the word chapter by chapter and verse by verse the way it should be. That's just my thoughts on it. Yay, Deanna, she's going to send a picture. And then maybe if it's okay with her, I can share it with you guys. But like I said, even atheists at the end, they're going to have to decide. They're going to think Satan maybe is the great scientist of all, and they're going to follow him. I don't know if that is true. It's just I don't get atheists. I guess I don't understand how you can't believe. But just like I see ghosts and people that don't believe in ghosts or whatever, I tell them you can't believe in a ghost until you've actually experienced it for yourself. So I don't know. I guess that's my analogy on that. You have to really want to understand, and it's got to burn in your heart for knowledge of it, I guess. And that's me all the time. I'm in church every single day here at my house. And, there's not one day that goes by that I don't listen to something that has to do with the Bible. Different teachers, and there's a lot of good ones. Like, you've got to hear, because of being a scientist, Henry Gruver. Let me put that in here. I think I spelt that right. But you've got to hear his near death experience story, because it's awfully good, and it's hard not to believe. I'm not saying I believe every single little word that everybody says, because I don't. It's an amazing story, and maybe you'll think, yeah, right, but it's still a really great story. And I believe he went through that. He's a guy who he went to Europe and walked everywhere. I mean, I'm totally saying that wrong. I would say U.S. churches seem to have loads of money and massive budgets for everything. Yeah, but you know what? They spend it on their church. They don't help the poor. Some places do, but these mega churches, no, somebody went in and stole $600,000 cash out of the safe at Joel Osteen. And it's why wasn't he, whenever that flood happened, and I can't remember what the name of it was, he wouldn't even open the church to let people go in there to stay. And it's Be right back again, Deanna. I'll miss you, my darling. um, he wouldn't even open his doors to that church to let people stay there when they lost everything. And so, yeah, they have lots of money, but you know what? They're driving fancy cars and living in mansions too. They don't do shit. Excuse me, I'm sorry. They don't do anything for the poor, or they're selfish. They don't help anybody. I'm not saying all churches are like that. The little church across the street from my house, the one time I went there, it's I have a hard time going to churches, but whenever I did go there, they were talking about the money that they had that, somebody lost their house in a fire. So what did they do? They took that money and gave it to those people to help them. And that's how it should be. But yeah, there's those churches with all that money, but they're spending it on themselves and not the people that need it. You know, it's like our welfare system should be run by the churches, and all those donations that people give is what should be helping those people, not the government. UK churches have 600-year-old buildings and probably survived on it. Oh, or less, I'm sure. Um, I just saw, sorry, Wagyu, the American said banana nut bread. Oh, man, that is so good. I love banana nut bread and zucchini bread. It's giving me the munchies, you guys. The munchies. um, her bread was, did you see the picture of the American? It's sourdough bread, but she put roasted beets that were then pureed. I'll show you a picture of it because maybe you stepped away for that second, but let me show you real quick because it looks really good. Oh, come on. That's the sourdough bread right there. Looks pretty good. So she's going to send me a picture and I'm going to share it with you guys tomorrow. Okay. I would love to go into a 600-year-old building. Oh my gosh, the energy that would hold would be, I just got chills. Look, can you see that? You can't tell. Oh my gosh. Sorry, I guess excited about that. I love history stuff. I want to go to Gettysburg and just to dive into the history stuff. I always experience something anywhere I go. So paranormal wise. So that might surprise you, Wagyu, the paranormal. But even, they talk about spirits. They thought Jesus was a ghost whenever he was walking on the water. They thought he was a ghost. So ghosts are real. They're in the Bible. Not a lot, but, people are the dead giants. They're, how does that go? The dead giants have, they can't go to heaven. So they are the evil or the familiar spirits that are walking the earth. Church 5 minutes walk from me was built in the 13th century. Man, that would be so cool. Are you on we Wagyu? We Wagyu. Yeah, the American, doesn't that bread look really good? I wished I could have a piece. I love bread. I could sit there, and this sounds made up. Okay, so whenever I was a lot younger, probably, yeah, a long time ago, My friend said, I bet you can't eat that whole loaf of bread. And I ate the whole loaf of bread. And so what I did was I would take the crust off and then I would roll the bread into a little ball. And that's how I ended up eating a whole loaf of bread. MeWe, it's like Facebook, except better. So it's a social media. It's more, they don't go in and censor you if you're a conservative, say. Yay, Deanna's back. And it's like you have more free reign to, like people will send bad pictures to me and I would just block the person because I don't want to get any of that stuff. Alternate thing. Yeah, go to MeWe and find me and then why did I want you to do that? Oh, because it would be cool to see a picture of that building, I think, and you can share it on my page. So yeah, there's a lot of my like-minded people. It's kind of like Facebook, except I think it's better and a little more organized maybe. You can't do videos on there. You can post videos, but you can't do like a live thing on there and stuff. So yeah. Well, it's been like 2 hours. I think this is probably my longest video. And Wagyu, I hope you come back tomorrow and we'll talk about music tomorrow or whatever you guys want to talk about. Yeah, just put franchise church. Oh, okay. Let me write this down. I have to write everything down because I forget so much. The only thing that I never ever forgot is John 3:16. All right. Cool, definitely. And that's like 5 minutes from your house, huh? That's pretty cool. I love looking at old buildings and just history stuff, you know, like old places like that do hold energy. I totally believe that, whether it be happy times and good times or bad, places hold energy. Like, for instance, if you hear, okay, this is a fake ghost story I'm going to tell you. So, like, I heard a little girl laughing and it was just a ghost, but it was just a bunch of laughter and stuff. I personally think that is just leftover energy. Say that was me when I was a little girl and I had such a good time there and my laughter just stayed left over. So it's not really a ghost, it's just a energy, I guess. Oh, yep. Yeah, that is my call from my good friend. I just know it. I'm so psychic. I knew it. But I'm not going to read it right this second. Um, I'm going to read it when I'm done here. So, yeah. And maybe I will look up all that stuff and have some stuff to say about it. So, yeah, come back tomorrow at 2 hours ago. I'm not sure what time it is where you are, Wagyu. And if y'all can think of any songs or any, if you have, oh, how can I see them now? I don't know how I could see y'all's pictures unless you put them on MeWe. But well, maybe I'll share my pictures from my phone that I go and look at and everything. And we'll talk about some music and stuff like that. So I'm gonna go for now, and Man, do I ever shut up? No, I don't think so. If I don't make a video, that means I just could not talk that day. I'm teasing you guys. So I'm going to leave it here. Good night, you guys. And Wagyu, get some sleep. It's late there, 3 a.m. Jeez. And remember, Team Jesus. And I hope everyone is on Team Jesus. So, um, yes, thanks for coming in. Deanna, love you, girl. Wagyu, thank you for joining in. And we hope to see you a lot more often. The American, thanks for popping in. Peace and love you too. And Cole, I don't know if I lost you, but thanks for coming in when you did. And we'll see you guys later. And I know Mario and Ask the Mama, they're not in right now, but thank you guys. And I will see you guys tomorrow night. God bless. Bye.